Hey YouTube, it's your boy, Super Scooter Guy, coming at you with another moto vlog. And today what I want to talk about is one of the biggest pet peeves I have with being a rider is people tailgating you. One of the things I don't do as a rider is tailgate others. It's just not a good look. It just doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form to put your brakes to the test in an unnecessary fashion. And that's even when I'm driving. Like, there's just no point to it. I'd rather coast into a stop rather than like forcefully need to stop unless I actually have to do so. And I think for me, that becomes even more serious as a rider when people decide they want to tailgate you. One of the suggestions I hear people give out all the time is, hey, why don't you just brake check them? Which I get, but at the same time, brake checking means I'm putting them even more closer to me, hoping that it wakes them up and forces them to just back the hell up off my ass, right? And I think there's positives and negatives to that. Oftentimes it works, but then that one random ass time when they're truly not paying attention and you needed that little bit of space that you already had, and then you brake check them and now you've actually been rear-ended. So to me, I rarely try to brake check folks, and in particular with a bike, it's also worse to brake check because bikes just slow much faster than a car does. So that brake check, you know, that just makes it even worse, really, for their ability to kind of smash right into you. So, like, kind of, what is your other suggestions that you guys have in dealing with tailgaters? I often, I just move lanes. I mean, usually I'm in the right lane, to be honest, though. I'd rarely just travel in a faster lane unnecessarily. Actually, I'm odd. I'm usually, when I'm on a 3-lane highway though, riding, I'm always on the right or I'm on the left in the fast lane. I rarely stay in the middle lane because I just feel like I'm putting myself in double the ability to get smashed on either side. So for me, it's one or the other. And then you're obviously, for the most part, paying attention to one side of you because obviously someone can't really cross into you from the other side. But again, going back to tailgating, it's kind of like one of two things happen. It's they're right up on you, and then you're kind of scared to brake check them because that puts you closer to them. But also it limits your ability to kind of stop when there's traffic in front of you, and that's kind of where the weaving becomes necessary, or dare I say it, the lane filtering, where, you know, you need to go between the cars because obviously that space in between the tailgater behind you and the car in front of you has now been minimized to the point of a crash. So again, tailgaters, I like to avoid them with the plague. If necessary, I will just pull the hell over and just let them go. Like, there's no need to deal with this macho mess. I have been rear-ended once by a lady. I was in the Bronx. I was on Southern Boulevard coming off on 143rd. I'm sitting literally at a red light. Like, how did you not see my big self sitting right there? She was on me the whole time once I got up to the light. Then she stopped, barely, and then got on her phone with the red light sitting there and just randomly jutted forward and hit me. So luckily, I mean, it wasn't hard enough to make me fall or anything like that, but it was just like, back the hell up. Like, why are you on my ass? Like, and I feel like even drivers, when you're dealing with motorcyclists, why do you even want to be that close? Like, it's, you know, even when I'm driving, there's just a level of just slight extra care that I take when I'm around motorcyclists. It's just they're not in a cage. You don't want to touch them. You don't want to hit them. Like, you just don't want to be around them. So I just feel like drivers, why don't many more drivers take that precaution of just kind of being as far away from the motorcyclist as possible? So again, what's your take on the tailgater. What are your suggestions in dealing with them? How do you deal with it as a rider, as a driver? Are you a tailgater? And those of you bikers out there on people's asses, revving mad hard, y'all need to stop, because y'all make us look bad. So tailgating riders, y'all need to stop too. That's all I gotta say about that. Stay off my ass. Deuces.